Good morning. It's day 143. I think it's 143. I'm messing up the days. I think I might have said yesterday was 143 and it was 142, but I'm not sure about anything right now. We're starting the day at Long Pond Road. I think it's called that, and we're hiking up to northbound to Joe Mary Road. We are still slackpacking the 100-mile wilderness, which is pretty freaking awesome. Today is going to be a little bit shorter day. It's 13.4 miles. And definitely starting out much cooler. I got some layers on, and I haven't checked the temperatures, but I think it's in the late high 50s. It's supposed to rain today. Haven't been able to check weather because I have very limited internet here, but that's what we've been told. Which is fine. I mean, I'm just grateful that the last 2 days have been nice and mostly sunny. Yesterday was awesome. I'm just hoping that when we get to Baxter and Katahdin that it's weather's good, but it'll be whatever it is, of course. So the kind of cool thing is we're approaching where the 100-mile wilderness gets easy, as quite a few hikers, or at least a few hikers, have said to me, the last 40 miles is just a cruise. Whatever that really means, we'll find out. But it's relatively flat, not a lot of climbing, not a lot of sketchy stuff. So, cool. Really looking forward to having some easy hikes. My knees are looking forward to it. My feet are looking forward to it. Everything else is fine. Kind of an interesting start on the trail. Mostly heading downhill right now. And yeah, it's cool. Alright, even though it's not a sunny, warm day, it's still beautiful out here. And very still and quiet. So enjoying the morning. I'm enjoying that I don't have to climb a big mountain today. So our total elevation today over the entire 13.4 miles is about 1,200 feet. And I think there's this little mountain, but it's not really a mountain, it's just a hill. So we'll mention it when we get to it, but yeah. Probably won't have any views today. That's fine. May not have any views until we hit Katahdin. It's weird to think we're just days away. Again, I wonder what it must be like for those finishing. It's got to be almost surreal for having all this come to an end. We're not really meeting hardly any southbound hikers anymore. It'd be pretty late start for them. They'd be finishing deep into winter, if not past the new year. The main bubble of northbound hikers is still behind us. We are definitely in a small bubble. So we don't know how many people are going to be there the day we ascend, which will be for us this coming Thursday, or what is that, 5 days from now. We got 4 days of, 6 days, because we got 4 days of the 100-mile wilderness, 1 day to hike up to the base of Katahdin, which hopefully puts us either in Birches or the Springs camp, Stream camp, that's what it's called. And then the following day we hike up and down. It's almost difficult to pick out where the trail, all these little hills. There's a saying on the AT, it's pretty common, where it says, no rain, no pain, no Maine. And yeah, well, we're in Maine. And like I mentioned my family on my father's side. This is where they live and where we're from. Love the state for many reasons, but I'll be glad to be done with it for hiking. 6 more days of it. We'll celebrate. It's not been an easy state. I think the common consensus is that New Hampshire is the hardest state, Maine's the second. And so after Maine, we go back to New Hampshire and finish up the hard stuff. So our work is not over. So yesterday on our hike, I had, at one point I was in front of Buzz and I stopped at this stream. And the main reason I stopped was because of the waviness of the grass in the water as the water rushed through it. I don't know, it was just kind of like an art form to me, and I was sort of transfixed staring at the waves of the grass as they swirled about. And then I noted the bug skimmers, those little bugs that live on top of the water, and how they were behaving. So at some point Buzz came walking by, nodded, and kept going. I stayed there for 10 more minutes watching the bugs and how they act. So this got me thinking about, our relative pace, and I think also, how we both kind of perceive hiking on the trail. And it's not a judgment of rightness or wrongness at all. It's just, we have different goals, and we have to work through our pace differences, and the fact that I spend a lot of time. I just like looking at little things as I walk. I do. I mean, I like look at mushrooms and patches of fern, and especially the smaller the thing is, the more fascinated I am by it. Anyways, and I easily can take 100 photos and videos before the day's over. It all takes time, so those things slow me down. Anyways, I'll write a post about our pace difference issues and how we're dealing with it, and it's probably too long to make a video on. This may be the nicest privy I have ever seen on the AT. Looks brand new. Alright, well, that privy was connected to the East Branch. It says East Branch Lean-To, and here it says Pleasant River Lean-To, so kind of a difference. Anyways, the shelter looks like it's seen better days, but very usable. And nice firing. Alright, we've reached the East Branch of the Pleasant River. And yes, this is a stream crossing. And you can see that when the water's high, there's a rope, or 2 ropes, to help you across. But look at the distance. I mean, those ropes are like 12 feet off the water right now. So the water would have to be a lot higher for that to be something you would do. As it is, I think we can rock hop, and this won't be an issue. So sometimes the blowdown falls right on the trail. What's unusual about this one is that it fell lengthwise along the trail. So, yeah, getting through that wasn't that hard. And this doesn't look hard either. We'll just go around the root ball. So in regards to feeling worn out and keeping going, I think tomorrow's, the one positive is that we got the small little mountain coming up that I'm climbing right now, which is what's tiring me out. It's only 800 feet, so it's pretty small, but again, I feel worn out. But after that, there's none. It's all pretty level. And, you go up and down. It's not like it's flatlands, but nothing big. And I think that will help me keep going. So tomorrow we have a 14-something mile. And then the next day is going to be an easy day. It's a little over 8 miles. It'll be almost a Nero for us. So that'll be awesome. But the following day is like a 17-mile day. So that's our final day of the 100-mile wilderness. So that's a big push. But again, flat. So I think we'll be fine. Yeah. All right, this is Mountain View Pond. We're walking right by it. Looks like I see tents on the other side. We're maybe going by that too. Hey, a shout out to the Black Diamond poles. I fell yesterday and tripped over a root, but my Black Diamond was captured by a 1/2-inch diameter stick, and I heard something snap, and I went, okay, finally I broke a pole. But nope, the stick broke. So these carbon fiber poles are pretty strong. Real happy with the way that they adjust and collapse. I don't like the ones where you have to turn a screw. I've seen those be more fiddly. These have worked perfect. So I've got about a little over 2,000 miles on these, a lot of it on rocks, and I'm really happy with the carbide tips on them. They look great. They look like they're going to last the rest of the Appalachian Trail. I thought I would have to replace them by now, and nope. I expect they will last the entire time. So, like everything about these poles, I like the way the baskets thread on. They don't just come loose. Like I said, these are pretty old. There are newer models out now. The only thing that's wrong with these is my rescue pup chewed on them right after I bought them. But it's fine. Yeah, these poles are great. And by the way, in case you didn't know, they are right and left. And you can look and see that the have a little thing on them. L for left, R for right. So yeah, it took me a while to know that. Anyways, really like these poles. All right, we're nearing the top of a little Boardman. Hit a viewpoint. Not really much to see, but you can definitely see the clouds coming in. Storm's coming. I think it's gonna hit me. Oh well. All right, so who are we with?
Rebound.
Rebound. And so we've been following your channel. It's Rebound on the Appalachian Trail.
Yes.
And where are you headed now?
I am headed for Gorham, New Hampshire.
So you flipped.
I flipped up to Katahdin, and now I'm hiking south to finish my hike.
Awesome. I just want to point out that a lot of this trail now has been like this. It's super easy. As people keep telling me, it's a cruise. You'll be cruising from here on out. The thing that's sketchy right now is the winds are so high. They come in gusts. And so I just had a large branch fall about 10 feet to the right of me, which is pretty startling. But you know, I don't know how you dodge one if it's going to come down on you. But yeah, you know, trees fall and branches fall. So yeah, we'll hope for the best. Yeah, I know my channel, I don't want to fill it up with just other hikers. Because I don't know, I guess maybe that would be, I don't know, maybe I should have done that. I don't know. But again, you know, the channel was, these videos are for me, primarily, selfishly. But okay, so my point is, I just met another hiker, and I keep doing this. I get talking to them, and it's kind of exciting to like meet another hiker, and you chat away, and it's awesome. And you say goodbye, and you start walking, and you go like, I should have videoed that guy or girl. So yeah, and this happens every day. Trust me, every day. There's usually 3 or 4 people that I walk away from that, and I don't, not everybody, because you know, I don't necessarily feel that connection with everybody. But this guy was really cool. It goes by the trail name of Let It Be. He's 2 years younger than me, long beard. But he started hiking at the halfway point near the half-gallon challenge, and hiked all the way south. Then he flipped up to the halfway point and started hiking north, but he got to Grafton Notch and decided to flip up to Katahdin, and now he's hiking south back to Grafton Notch. So in a way, he's pretty close to being done. He reminds me a lot of the other hiker we just met, who she's going to be done. I think she said Grafton Notch or something close to that. Anyways, it's exciting for them that they're finishing. That's great. Cool guy. Well, this looks like this just fell very recently. You see the leaves are all fresh. Luckily it's not blocking the path too bad. All right, I've showed you some good water sources. So let me point out the not good ones. Yeah. Yesterday I had met another hiker. Can't remember his name. I think it was Bill. Didn't have a trail name, didn't want one. Well, notable, he was the exact same age as me, 66. He was also from Dayton, Tennessee, which makes us almost neighbors. His wife plays pickleball in my little town. And yeah, so, and he's one of the guys in charge of the Cumberland trails, which I've hiked. So we have all that in common. But anyways, the point being is, for him, he was almost finished and finishing up what's been a 30-year hike. So, you know, I've kind of wondered what it's like for the thru hikers who are finishing now, and how it must be, you know, just the range of emotions and what's going through their head. And then you think about this guy, 30 years, you know. It's certainly cool that you're a thru hiker and you do it all in 1 year, but man, the effort to do it in 30 years, let's not take away from that. He's had to travel each year and do a large section. You know, my hat's off to the section hikers that do a full hike. It's almost unfortunate to me that they get kind of like, oh, you're not really a thru hiker, you're just a section hiker. You know what crap? Section hikers have to do, in a way it's even harder because they have to develop their trail legs every year, you know? And, but yeah, so it's still the full effort. They friggin' walk this entire thing. And, my hat's off to them and to him. You know, he's a cool guy. And again, you know, I always love making these connections on the trail and have to learn to just let them go because I'll probably never see him again. He's walking the opposite way.
Suiting up.
I'm glad we can still find some humor in this situation. I don't know.
Tasks never end.
I'm prepared to run.
So there's a loop at the top.
Yes, I know, baby.
Okay.
Okay, here's where it's going to irritate the heck out of them.